Number 3. In the figure below, angle A is congruent to angle D, angle B is congruent to angle E, and triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. The measure of angle A is 20 degrees. The measure of angle F is 75 degrees. What is the measure of angle B? Just like we did on number 1, try to eyeball what you think the measure of angle B is and eliminate unreasonable choices to start with. All right, now that you've tried it on your own, when I look at angle B, I see an acute angle. So I can go ahead and eliminate K and J because those would be obtuse angles. In addition, when I look at angle B, I'm thinking that it's pretty close to 90 degrees, though it's going to be less than 90. But F, I would say, is also unreasonable just by looking at the diagram. When I look at this, I think H would be the most reasonable, but G and H I'm going to leave in the running, and we're going to figure out the rest of this mathematically. So let's mark what we know. We know angle A is congruent to angle D. We know angle B is congruent to angle E. And we know that these two triangles are congruent. So all sides and all angles are congruent, which means angle C is also congruent to angle F. Then it gives us some additional information. It says that angle A is 20 degrees. So A is 20 degrees, which means angle D is also 20 degrees. The measure of angle F is 75 degrees, which means the measure of angle C is 75 degrees. So now, only looking at triangle ABC, we know that the sum of the measures of an angle in a triangle are 180. So measure of angle B plus 20 degrees plus 75 degrees would equal 180. So if I subtract, or I could go ahead and combine these two like terms, the measure of angle B plus 95 degrees equals 180. Subtract 95 degrees to the other side, and we get the measure of angle B is 85 degrees. Now this is one where you would probably want to use your calculator. I know that you guys are so smart and don't need to do that subtraction with a calculator, but notice if you just make a small mistake in your subtraction, answer choice G could look like the correct answer. So as much as I don't want to say rely on your calculator, rely on it for those simple problems so that you don't make a silly mistake.